My name is Harry. I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Alright, today is January 7, 2024. It is 2:24 a.m. Oh my goodness, I dragged myself to start recording because I do not have that many videos for you guys. I have the one that's coming up at 6 a.m. and the following day, but I need to stack up because moment like this I just want to be lazy. But there's while the Sussexes are not really doing much, there's not that much activities going on with the Sussexes, so I want to start piling up on other information that I feel like many of you should know. So this is why I drag myself to record. Otherwise I'll be being lazy on the couch right now because I was up since 11. But anyway, so let's look at the back end. 3,685 subscribers. I believe the last time I record or during the day it was 86. So somebody went. That's fine. I don't care. All right. So my estimate revenue, $269.46. It went down again. My analytic, let's see, 269.46, and there's this here. Okay, so let's see what I have for you guys. There might be several parts to this video because I have a lot. There's one, this one is like 18 minutes long, this video here, so I said maybe I will put it on Patreon instead. It has a lot of information regarding pedophilia and all of that, so I will be putting this one on Patreon. Okay, do commentary and everything like that, like I'm doing right now, but it will be on Patreon. But I have other things for you here. This is what I'll be recording here in this video. It's about 14 tweets, and I have another set, 11 tweets. These are more toward the Sussexes, and there's some funny videos, animal videos at the end, but I want to capture these first. Yeah, there might be several parts to it. Okay, so if you want to support me, there's many ways you could do it. Patreon is one, because there's a lot of information that's going on, and I don't think it's good for for YouTube, like this one for instance. Yeah, so you could support me through Patreon or just donate to PayPal or Cash App. The links are in the description. All right, so let's start with this one. These two, where is it? Andrew talking to Royalists. This was it. Okay, Bwaaaaa. After waiting hours in the cold, this royal nonsense called them bizarre and shoved their flowers out of his face. There's the laugh here. Monarchists are the dumbest people on earth. It's the same thing as the people who follow Trump too. All right, so let's listen. It's only 45 seconds. Listen.
How are you? Very well. Where have you come from? Spalding. Spalding? An hour. You haven't. I find this fascinating. Why does everybody have their cameras on? But why do that?
We're not the press.
No, but it's not about whether you're the press or not. It's just why video?
Because it's just lovely. Just a lovely moment.
But you ought to come and stand on this side
I know.
and see what it's like. All you have is little cameras facing you.
Sarah!
It's a really bizarre sensation.
Oh shit. Oh, so the flower was for I just realized it before I was watching it on my phone. So she handed him the flower and he just shoved it. Oh, I finally got it. Oh my God. Okay, what's the context of this? Seems a bit like the bullying and incandescent rage against the guy in the public laneway, a public road in a Sandrium house. Yeah, I have that video. I think I shared this already. This is an image right now, though.
You can have this altercation.
I know. I just realised who it was, and I've just.
You
I
didn't. You're
stopped.
out here looking for us.
I was
pretend.
actually.
No, you drove past us outside our house. I saw you.
No, I didn't. I haven't been near the house. I've not been. I promise you, I've not been near your house. I'm not going away.
Yes, you are. How dare you behave like you've done my children? How
I
dare
have not.
you?
I have not
You're
done
stalking
anything.
around here looking for us and our children. I went for a
I'm
quiet
gonna-
bike ride with my children on
That's fine,
Saturday,
that's fine.
and you won't even give me your name. You're outrageous. You're disgusting. You really are. You can have this altercation.
Yeah, this was a Christmas day at Sandrium when they did the walkabout with Fergie and Willie's kids being pumped to the media. Reports to demand the UK Met Police act on crimes can be made here. Alright, so that's that. Okay, thanks for sharing this. Good Royalists get what they deserve, standing in the cold, then being told off. Right? Exactly, such idiot. Alright, let me go to the next one. It's related to that. Okay? I mean, they're trying. Where's my comment? There's one I commented to. I don't remember what it was. Okay. The firm is trying to shove him back into the public's face, you know, to make him look good. But yet, he doesn't see that. Instead of taking the flowers and said thank you, he just shoved it. I don't want to say what I'm thinking right now. All right. So it's related to what I just shared with you. But this is an image, a photo of him looking at the people here. Right, look at the way they're looking at him too. Royalists are pathetic. Britain Royal Christmas. Okay, Britain's Prince Andrew, Duke of York, chat with well-wishers after attending the royal family traditional Christmas Day service at St. Mary Magdalene Church on the Sandrium Estate in Eastern England on December 25th. Alright, so this is the... I mean, I sort of understand him where he's standing here and then to look at all these people with all of the cameras. But, hey, they got what they deserve too. He shoved the thing off his face. Okay, Prince Andrew then... Okay, let's pause. Prince Andrew then even raped the royalists who stood in the cold for hours to get a glimpse. Why video? There's my comment here. Wait until the palace sees this, laughing my ass off. Buckingham Palace, we're trying to help you, and this is what you said? LOL, the royal family are all ungrateful piece of, you know what? They will never learn a damn thing. This is why they keep repeating the same exact thing. Alright, well, look at the group. Sadly, they are much too old for Andy, the deviant taste. That is true. I was thinking of something, but I didn't say it because it might sound too mean. But their smile tell me they only sees, what's that? A flirty royal trained deviant. They are all over 17, so they feel safe. Okay, that's the... Okay, I was not the only one who, when they hand him the flower, I said... The thing that I was thinking, if you hand him something else, he'll be more gladly to take it. I don't want to say it still. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Alright. I didn't go over the video again. Next one. Okay, Epstein and Maxwell related documents. 843 pages of bull and 100 of disturbing starting at 800 real life crime story, no Netflix and chill for you. How much? Okay, so good. He didn't put everything, so at least I could look at some of these. Oh, he put everything. I'll put the link for you guys if you want to check. Yeah, that's the one. Oh my god, 943 pages. Nah, yeah, definitely. I'll read this one, but I'll leave the link for you guys to check out yourself. Okay, the Judge Prescott, pursuant to the court's December 18, 2023 unsealed order and following conferral with defendant plaintiff files this set of document ordered unsealed. The filing of this document ordered unsealed will be done on the rolling basis until completed. This filing also excluded documents pertaining to, Docs 105, see December 28, 2023, email correspondence with Chambers 107 and 110, okay, while the court's review of those documents ongoing. So they pretty much, they put everything out except these documents page 105, 107, and 110. I guess there's some names in there. They gonna discuss it. The judge have to give the okay. But everything else, there they are. Okay, what is that here? You guys could take your time and go over it. It's a lot. Okay, so I'm going back to Twitter. The link will be in the description. So I'm not gonna click on that because it will bring me back. Okay, the Dersh, I guess Dershowitz. Okay, one such powerful individual that Epstein forced then minor Jane Doe number 3 to have sexual relations with was former Harvard law professor Alan Dershowitz, a close friend of Epstein's and well-known criminal defense attorney. Epstein required Jane Doe number 3 to have sexual relations with Dershowitz on numerous occasions while she was a minor, not only in Florida, but also on private planes, oh my God, in New York, New Mexico, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. In addition to being a participant in the abuse of Jane Doe number 3 and other minors, Dershowitz was an eyewitness to the sexual abuse of many other minors by Epstein and several of Epstein's co-conspirators. Dershowitz will later play a significant role in negotiating. Oh my God, I said like this. I didn't know if it was true. The Epstein agreement with Virginia Giuffre, the 2009, I believe, agreement. That's what I was thinking. I was like, because he's a attorney, I was like, maybe he's the one. I put the word maybe. Okay, that's the keyword because I don't know. Maybe he was the one who write the documents, the agreement for Epstein and Virginia. They really, really screw Virginia on that. And I read that document. It's on this channel. Okay, the 2009 agreement. Okay, they offer her $500,000 to shut her mouth, and then all sort of other things. She can talk about a lot of other things. And this is why, Andrew was saying he's under that agreement. How would you know? Because this was a sealed document. So Virginia had to ask permission to unseal it. And then it's through that we saw the document says Royals. It didn't say Prince Andrew. It just said Royals. So Andrew was trying to put himself under the umbrella of royal, but the judge said there's so many I'm paraphrasing. Okay, the judge was like, there's so many other royals, your name is not royal, your name is Prince Andrew or whatever. Okay, so you're not covered under it. So this is why the case had to move forward. Then I believe he moved to the next argument that it's unconstitutional for the New York judge to do whatever it is that he did, because I believe the governor, what's the name? They create some nonsense to get him to resign. Governor something, I forgot his name. He's a very good governor. Well, allegedly, they didn't find him do anything wrong. And I talk about him in some of my videos. I don't know if it's on this channel or Pure YTE, because Trump was, at that time, that was before all the things that's going on in New York right now with Trump. Okay? And the governor of New York at that time made it okay for victims of sexual abusers, victims of sexual kind of thing, can bring it to court. Okay, so this is why Virginia Giuffre could brought in what happened to her with Andrew and all of that. Okay, so Andrew was saying this was unconstitutional when the governor, who was elected democratically, make it okay for the victim to sue. All right, so there's so many things. Okay, so some of them are on this channel. You could go back and look at some of my videos. Okay, so this is why at the end, when Andrew realized all of his argument was shut down, so he had to settle. That's why he settled. Okay, he did everything in his power. People who don't have money will not be able to pull all of this nonsense that he did. Okay, so he used all of his resources to prevent the thing from moving forward, but the judge was like, no. And then eventually he had to settle, and that's where that whatever $12 million had to be paid out to Virginia. Okay, so let's continue reading this. So the whole point for going through all of this is that on one of my video, and I was like, maybe Dershowitz was the one who write that deal, because they really screw Virginia. They really screw her because she had the upper hand in that lawsuit, and then she settled for $500,000. I'm like, what? $500? Okay, $500,000, not $500. $500,000. All right, I also have that in this channel. So let's continue. Dershowitz was an eyewitness to the sexual abuse of many other minors by Epstein and several of Epstein's co-conspirators. Dershowitz will later play a significant role in negotiating the NPA on Epstein's behalf, and did Dershowitz help negotiate an agreement that provided immunity from federal prosecution to the Southern District of Florida. You see? That's that. Okay, I didn't know. Did I know? Because on my last video, because I said I think, as a matter of fact, I think I was gonna remove it, but this confirms me, so I have this to back up. Let's bookmark this. Dershowitz helped negotiate an agreement that provided immunity from federal prosecution in the Southern District of Florida, not only to Epstein, but also any potential co-conspirators of Epstein. Okay, this is where Andrew was able to know that he was covered under the NBA, but the judge in New York strike it down because they didn't give specific names. They just put one term, royal, but the judge shut it down. Okay, NPA at 5. Thus, Dershowitz helped negotiate an agreement with a provision that provided protection for himself against criminal prosecution in Florida for sexually abused Jane Doe number 3, because this broad immunity would have been controversial if disclosed. Dershowitz, along with other members of Epstein defense team and the government, tried to keep the immunity provision secret from all of Epstein's victims and the general public, even though such secrecy violated the Crime Victim Act. What? This is why I said in one of my videos is that Virginia, despite the fact that what happened to her, not only she's a survivor and she fought back. I think in one video, when I feel like it, because like right now I don't feel like sitting to read 490 something pages, and I think it's worth reading. So if I do read it, maybe occasionally I'll stop and put them on my Patreon. Okay, the story is about a creepy little man who hired Maxwell to groom desperate young girls to perform sex acts with strangers. Once filmed and compromised, these targeted individuals became useful to Epstein handlers. This is a classic espionage operation. What have I been saying? I know some people make fun of me or mark me on some of the comments. The premises for me to know this was the video that I did with, I put a clip from Rachel Maddow. Okay, they got this idea from Russia. Putin was the first one who did that. Maybe it has been done in many other places, but at least that's the one that I first come across. And I knew that was happening. And there's one more, because nobody have said it. I believe this person have done it in Hollywood and then sold it to to Israel. Okay, I'm not saying who, but I think I know there's another version of that someplace else. I can't wait until it's on Unravel. Right, so let's continue. Read. He also laundered money for clients, paid off witnesses, in addition to providing illegal sexual services to target clients. Oh my goodness. Yahoo Finance. Let's bookmark this. There's all these numbers. Okay, so you guys could pause and read it. Okay, because I'm not gonna read it. There's a lot. Okay, that's from 2009, June 30, 2019, not 2019. My God. Okay, I'm not sure I can read that crap and not start working things in my house, Okay, your team's reading and research skills are amazing. You generate such interest content at an incredible pace, and most of it's new stuff. I'm telling you, it's a lot. 490 something pages. It's a lot. Okay, I was part of a jury in a criminal rape case. Some real nasty stuff is exposed where an attorney really makes their name. My goodness. What's the over-under? That Elroy is one of the redacted 3. The redacted 3 had a minor hit in 1982. With then, the FBI came for me. Okay, I wonder who are the redacted men, women's name that Virginia disclosed in her deposition, and why are they still redacted? Especially since others weren't, i.e. Bill Clinton, Governor Bill Richardson, Prince Edward, et.al. Started on page 926. There are several redacted listing of people who are there. Okay, there's that, delivering as usual. All right, so what I'll do, I think I should read it so I know. That way, when I make reference to things, I think I'm gonna read that this, but not here. Okay, maybe I don't think I'll be able to finish all of them because I still have things to do for my charity channel. It's me who's running all of them. So maybe once in a while I hop on and then I'll leave a note where which page I left. I don't know, because when I read these things I usually put my I comment on them, and then that takes a long time. Alright, so if I do, I probably will put it on my Patreon. Okay, so there's the I here. Look. Okay, crime agency alerted to suspicious financial activity at Telegraph. Media group facing an investigation ahead of potential sale. Okay, so that was 2 days ago, January 5th, 2024. Okay, the Telegraph is facing an investigation by the National Crime Agency following a report of suspicious financial activity at the newspaper group, according to senior sources at the company. The crime agency is said to have received a report outlining concerns of possible financial wrongdoing at the group ahead of a sale of the 168-year-old newspaper. Okay, so alright, so this is a retweet of that. The Time report that the Telegraph is facing an investigation. Okay, is it? Okay, it's the same thing repeating. Okay, all who did Megan wrong are slowly effing around and finding out. Okay, not surprised. It's the norm in many institutions in the UK. True or false, or an attempt to divert in every way, they are all dirty. Alright, let me go into this and see if I could read more comments. Alright, so this is that. I read it already. It's repeating. Okay, sheer coincidence, of course, that UK tax dodger. Who's that? That's him, not him. Zawai, husband, dad. Okay, so is that the owner of it? Oh my God, is involved in the sale. Okay, Camilla Tomney, good morning. Camilla Tomney, good morning. Okay, isn't the Times owned by Rupert Murdoch a bit of the pot calling the kettle black? No. Okay, a hate-mongering racist, semi-fascist, at least tough rag owned by trader who dodged paying fair share of UK income tax. Did what? Shock, I tell ya. Alright, so that's that. I don't know much about it. Whatever I read here, that's all I know. And I thought it was worth sharing with you because these people, I'm telling you, our prayers, we need to keep on praying. They should not, in any country, especially in the US, one group, one person or one family should not be owning so many communication type of businesses. Let's say newspapers, television news, or something like that. Okay, social media, it's varied because anybody could have any social media pages. It depends who follows you. But in terms of major, main newspapers, television, all that, one person, one family should not be owning that. There should be a limit on that. Alright, so next week. Prince Andrew is claimed to have taken part in an orgy with girls on pedophile Jeffrey Epstein private island.
I was 10 years old when Liz Stein was being trafficked. I was 10.
according to secret papers, no matter how much you hate Harry and Meghan, there is no deflection from allegations like this, and they can't be swept under the carpet. Again, I mean, I know this is just making a reference here because the royal family tried to connect or associate Harry with Prince Andrew, but it's like night and day. Okay, Harry and Andrew, completely different two people. It's mind-boggling to see the younger one, which is Harry, knows better than Prince Andrew. Okay, Prince Andrew should have known better, and I don't think he still learned anything yet. I still don't think he learned a damn thing. I'm telling you, these people never been punished. They will never learn. All right. So there's that here. Harry and Meghan exposed the failing of the monarchy. They should have left. I'm telling you. The squad who's been under fight since day one, they've been saying, leave Meghan alone. They've been saying that ever since I came on board, and I was like, let me see who else is talking about it. The first thing I keep on hearing, leave Meghan alone. Okay? So let me read some of the comments. Harry and Meghan exposed the failing of the monarchy. Andrew exposed. I don't want to know what he exposed. Of course, the press won't see the side of the victim as they are female. That's what I'm saying. Like the priest who was talking in the thing that I share. And I was like, what about the victim? What about them? Making excuse for a grown-ass man who should have known better and then go back. Okay, after they bail him out of his stupidity and he goes back and do the same thing again. What about the victim? You hear those women talking, 10 years old. 10 years old, they're raping them over and over and over again. Sometimes 3 times a day. Even a grown woman cannot be dealing with that in one day. And not only that, sometimes you have to be in the mood to be doing this kind of thing. But these young girls, they're forcing them to do it. My God. Okay, he needs to prosecuting, no messing around, no more payoffs. He needs to stand up in court. This is why I'm saying Virginia Giuffre, we have to give her as much respect as possible, because what happened to her at a young age was against her will. Okay, if not, let's put a vote out to get rid of the royal family, outdated institution anyway. There's I believe, is it on this? It could be on PYTE. Yeah, it has to be on PYTE. There's a tweet that I came across. This was, well, that's what that person claimed. The tweeter claimed. This person studied, I believe, what is it? Not colonialism, like the mentality back in the 1800s, why there's a specific name, a person, I forgot the name of it, okay, who was for, control women and all of that. Again, I forgot. I'll put the thumbnails of that video. You guys could go watch it, because I read the tweet and it was very informational, and I think this applies to what I'm saying here. Okay, even if I didn't read it, this is what my mind is telling me these people are trying to do anyway. All right, so I have to do a sidetrack here. While I was editing the video, I wanted to get the name of the person, so in order for me to share with you the thing, to make it easier for you. And I went and to my list back in 2010. I mean, I'm saying 2010. On my video 2022, which was May 10th, and the name of the person that I was looking for is Sir Matthew Hale. This is the name that I was looking for, and this is the link of the Twitter that had the thread, and apparently they remove it. Okay, it's no longer there. It's not there. Okay, so the content is not there. You could only go see it on my other channel, PYTE. So the person that they were making reference to, Sir Matthew Hale, you could look it up, look at his background, what he was advocating for, and all of that. You could compare it with what I said. I will not say what I said, what I read through the person who put the thread. It was a long thread, very informational, very educational, and she made the reference. That's when Justice Alito overturned Roe versus Wade. All right, so it took me a while, and I was gonna take screenshot and do all of this, so I just did a small recording to let you know what's going on. So Twitter, the owner removed it. It's no longer there. If you want to see the thread, just go on my other channel. I put the link, by the way. Do I still have it? There it is here. It's called They Lied to Take Women Back. All right, and the link of it will be in the description for you guys to check it. And this is the thread that's no longer there. Okay, that's the thread. It's no longer there. And she made a lot of good reference on things, and yeah, so it's not there anymore. It was dated May 10th 2022. That's the thread. All right, it's no longer on Twitter. All right, so let me get back to my original recording. So the main thing is to look up the name Sir Matthew Hale, and you could look up his background, what he stands for, and this is what they're trying to bring women back. They use his reference, his mentality, his kind of way of treating women, not treating, I would say his ideal of how women should be treated. So they're trying to bring us back to that. So go read about him, Sir Matthew Hale. All right, so that's it. Let's get back to the original recording. That's that. And if you watch that video, once you get the name of that person that I'm mentioning, you could look it up, and then you learn from, see his past or whatever. Do your own research pretty much. Okay, don't just go with what I'm saying. If you look at the corner of my screen, I say humble opinion. You do your own research afterward. I just bring some highlight of things I feel like you should be aware, and then you do your own research. All right, so let's continue. Okay, and the beyond comprehension that they can stand by him, even more so when they've been so cold to Harry and Meghan, outrageous. Okay, many within the royal court will believe any negative publicity written or said about the Sussexes, however ridiculous the claim, but are mostly silent on Andrew or jumped to his defense if Harry was the one accused of sexual abuse, rape, and pay his accuser £10 million. Imagine their rage. Okay, I'm really going to need a lot of these super royal fans who have so much energy for Harry and Meghan to keep the very same energy for this wayward prince. Okay, hold my beer. You don't hear him say a damn thing. The entire UK media is shut. Is shut. They're not saying a damn thing. And I came across a young man, a video of a young man who's saying this is ridiculous, what the royal family have done, okay, with the pedophilia, and then to trash Harry and Meghan. Okay, I just saw on the news that there will be no investigation into these new claims. What did you expect? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Okay, the Royalists defending him are disgusting and horrific, especially as at the same time they are attacking Harry and Meghan for just living their lives. All right, let's go to the next tweet. I believe there's more comment, but let's move on. All right, so with the Andrew investigation here, that's a side note. Okay, so this one I saw, but I didn't listen to it yet. Okay, it's simple. The Met must investigate the allegation against Andrew. Okay, not my king. You will have to have a different type of government to do that sort of thing. But right now, it's the recycle system that is being played here. All right, 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Given the recent developments, I'm going to go to Graham first, actually. Graham, am I right in saying that you have reported Prince Andrew to the police?
Yes, that's right, because the police have claimed that they've looked at this in the past and decided to take no action. Now, this is new evidence. It's not just about Virginia Giuffre. There is evidence that there is an ongoing practice of having these girls trafficked to various places around the world, including London. So there is quite a lot riding on them taking this seriously and investigating this, because if they don't, what does that do in terms of emboldening powerful men into thinking they can get away with this kind of thing? And what's that do in terms of the confidence of women reporting this kind of thing to the police? But also, Andrew needs to be properly investigated, which has so far not happened. So we're saying the police need to respond, the Parliament should be talking about this, and the King should be responding about
Parliament, they all involved. They all are part of this. This is why they all shut their mouth. This is why they all shut their mouth. Allegedly. All right, let me get this out. Let's read some of the comments here. How about he comes to the US and let the FBI interrogate him? Okay, if they did so due to activist pressure, then he will have a strong case for victimization. Due process should of course go after a royal or politician like the rest of us, but also not go after them if they wouldn't. The rest of us, equal right works both ways. Well, while so many people were cheering for them and all of that, the Queen was taking care of business. Okay, she doesn't let you guys know, but when certain laws that were about to apply, she wants to make sure her family is excused from it. So why do you think they're not gonna investigate? There's nothing gonna happen to Andrew. Okay, nothing. All right, they must do so regardless of the social condition of the culprit. The fact is persecuted and censored regardless of who the executor is. This is how we must act, with transparency and blind justice, but they prefer to continue protecting him. Justice does not exist in the UK. That's true. That's true to a certain extent, but people need to pay attention and stop following the rabbit, or should I say the squirrel. Because many times when the government or create unnecessary noise, meanwhile real law and changes are happening. During the just go back to PYTE around the 2020 election, leading up to it, okay, and afterward, there were so many things that I was pointing out, but nobody was paying attention. So they know how to get you guys, and they do things to benefit them. I mean, you guys need to pay attention. It's never too late, but they repeat the same tactic over and over and over again, but they always get you guys when it comes to racism. They create all sort of noises regarding race, but it's up to the people. Okay, look at them, they're still cheering for them, because if the people don't act, nothing is gonna happen. And this is why Charles made deal with the devil, all right, you know, to get good press and all of that. Look at this. Do the people know what's going on? They pretty much blind the people in the UK right now. Okay, they're not reporting a damn thing. This is the contractual thing that he did with them. But if he was a good person, he wouldn't need to do all of these unethical things. If you were doing the right thing, you help the people, you don't commit these unnecessary, senseless crime, abusing children, you won't have to worry about anything. But you want to do dirty things, you want to abuse people's children. So this is the kind of deal you have to make with people. All right, so now the people in the UK are blind. Majority of them don't know what happened, and then they're cheering for them blindly. This is why sometimes I say pray, what's the prayer? Pray for the blind or something like that. All right, so let's continue. Okay, unfortunately, in a sovereign state, the sovereign police will not investigate a member of the sovereignty based on the sovereign's law. The sovereignty is in or above the law. That is true. I don't think, well, I never live in a country that has a sovereign, but based on the things that I've seen, what the Queen have done, because I think once, okay, you guys could correct me on that. This is my perception of it. Once the UK was ruled by king, okay, when they decided to give up that power, okay, there was a give and take kind of thing. All right, so the king probably will still be sovereign, will not be prosecuted, but the others, I believe the others could be prosecuted. But what the Queen did, little at a time, okay, a little at a time, and she decided to protect her family. But the people never cried foul for it. If the people had cried foul for it, maybe there would have been an exception. But right now, what's in the book, this is what they're gonna go about. Nothing is gonna happen to Andrew, unfortunately. All right, it's up to the people to make that change. Okay, there's that. Never going to happen. That's true. Unfortunately, that is true. It's not gonna happen. Okay, they could be a bit difficult if he hasn't had a complaint laid against him with the Met. Yeah, but they struggle to investigate how to tie their own shoelaces these days, don't they? The Met will do jack, and even if even if they interview him, the file will go missing. Okay, insufficient ground. What are you going to do if they don't? Nothing, and they know that, which is why they keep raping kids. That's it. That's it. That's it. Okay, deal with Trump first. I mean, we are dealing with him. Okay, we are dealing with him. All right, but let me go into this and then that's it. But this one, this is for the UK. Okay, what are you going to do if they don't? Nothing. And they know that, which is why they keep raping kids. That's it. This is for the UK. This is exactly that for the UK. Now, let me go. I'm telling you, the US is in its own mess as well. Okay, we're not shining away from that. We are in our own mess. But we're trying. Before, it was a few that was fighting back. But now, there are professionals, lawyers, attorneys, educators, other politicians who are speaking. So it's not just the little people who's saying this is unfair. I'm talking about the US. Okay, but now what the press was trying to do to blind people cannot sustain anymore because too many people are talking about it. Like my channel, for instance. Okay, I'm nowhere being professional here. I don't have a degree in law, nothing. Okay, this is why you should not take my channel any serious. I just highlight certain things. Okay, so the little people were fighting back to discredit what the mainstream media was trying to do, to blind the people. So we punctured through that nonsense. Okay, they try to put a blindfold on the people. We puncture to it. We say, no, you're not gonna blind us with your nonsense. We see what's going on. Even if you don't tell us, we see it. We sense it. We use our senses. And we're fighting back. And now those who did not see it themselves, who were part of the misinformation, they can't hold back no more. So I mean, the noise is out there still, but until 2024, that's when we'll know if we got this on the in the bag, because too many things. Okay, so there's no comment here. Oh shoot, there's no comment here. Let me go on the next one. I'm telling you, the US started, I believe, after Jimmy Carter. Let me pause. After Jimmy Carter, I believe it was Reagan, and then they start chopping the tree. Okay, a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time. People didn't see it. Everybody was too busy while they're chopping the laws, cutting it, removing rights from people. Okay, they're putting burden on the working class, keep them busy. Okay, to distract them different ways. Okay, I've been saying this a very long time. And I was seeing those things, but I didn't understand because I was young. But I saw it happening. Okay, little at a time. They chopping, remove. I even talk about when I was in high school. There were certain after-school program I was part of, and the next thing I know, they took it away. Okay, all of this making those young people be in trouble, because usually they said teenagers, young people usually are in trouble, usually after school, because when there's no after school program, what do these young people do? They commit crimes and all of that, get arrested and all of this. Okay, they started putting them in jail at a very young age, and then meanwhile they're chopping the rights away from people and all of that. So keep the working class, the middle class, the poor very busy from knowing what they were doing in Washington D.C. But now the offspring of these people, they said they have enough. Okay, they're fighting back. All right, so God is good. We need to keep on praying. Like I said, the entire world was on board. They were on board. They were waiting for America. So America said, nope, not yet. And we're still at it. Okay, so it's up to the UK. The power is in your hand. The people is where the power is. No matter what is it. There's one video that I did. YouTube took it down, and I put the image of that Chinese man who was holding his entire belonging in front of a tank in, I believe, Tiananmen Square. Okay, we don't know what happened to him. Okay, after they take everything away from you, what else? What? I mean, what can you do? If they're taking everything, you don't give any F anymore. So it's up to the UK. They suck everything out of you. You can't pay your bills. It's now the winter. I don't know how it is right now for some people, but your kids can't have a decent meal at school and all of that. How? Again, it's up to you. It's up to you. But the US don't want to get to that point. We got ourselves out of it, and we're trying to maintain what we have here. Okay, so let's next tweet. Okay, there's more chance of me being a figure skating champion than Prince Andrew appearing on the Buckingham Palace balcony again. The royals are now paying the price for Prince Andrew's reintegration, says expert Peter Hunt, as further links to Jeffrey Epstein are revealed. I follow Peter Hunt on this app. Okay, so this is 2 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes. Let's listen.
Good morning. I mean, well, fundamentally, there is a toxicity that comes with any association with Epstein, and that toxicity is now, as you are suggesting, floating around the British royal family, and every time it pops up, it means that they are once again in the frame. And before you came to me, you posed this question about the judgment and wisdom of having Prince Andrew 11 days ago with all of the family walking, talking to the public at church on Christmas Day. And you do have to question the wisdom as to why they did it. And
look at the video that I just share with you at the beginning of this video. He still doesn't understand. Instead of being humble and appreciate those people being there, no, he's saying, you have to be on my feet. They need to see you and this and that. And they give him a flower, he brushes it off. So he will never learn. He doesn't learn a damn thing. You leave him someplace with a child, okay? Scratch this off. Oh my goodness.
if one is going to be charitable, you can imagine a conversation, can't you, between two brothers, the king and his brother, where the brother keeps insisting, as you have said quite rightly, that he insists he has done nothing wrong.
I was 10 years old when Liz Stein was being trafficked. I was 10.
He has settled his case back in 2022 with his accuser, Virginia Giuffre. So why can't he walk with the family? But they must have known, and they will have known, that this was coming down the track. And so that now they are paying the price, because there was an alternative. In past years, he has gone to an earlier church service just with his brother when the public weren't there.
What do you think will happen next,
And for these people, they think money erases everything. Money erases everything. And it just put a bandage on it, but the problem is still there. And this is the excuse these royalists keep on saying on Twitter. But he wasn't convicted, he wasn't this. But what if he feel like he didn't do anything wrong? Why didn't he go through the trial just like Harry? Just like Harry did with the papers. Oh my goodness.
Peter?
Well, I think fundamentally he has...
I'm sorry, let me rewind it slightly. There was a question and then I pause. Let me rewind it, okay?
What do you think will happen next, Peter?
Well, I think fundamentally he has repeatedly made attempts to try and resume his public life. Remember, he, from his perspective, he thought this was all settled with his settlement with Virginia Giuffre, the woman who has accused him of sex with her when she was a minor on 3 occasions in 3 different locations. He pays an undisclosed sum, thought to be millions of pounds, to end that civil case. There was no liability. He's always strongly denied the allegations. And from that point, he clearly has hoped that he could map a way back to doing something with the royals. I have to say, as things stand this morning, I suspect there's more prospect of me being a world figure skating champion. And I should stress that anytime I go on the ice, I end up on my backside, so I've not gone on the rink for many decades. I think there's more prospect of that than Prince Andrew appearing again on the Buckingham Palace balcony.
You're not...
Good morning.
Oh,
I mean,
it did finish, by the way. It finished, by the way. Let me make sure.
To that than Prince Andrew appearing again on the Buckingham Palace balcony.
Yeah, it finished.
Good morning.
But the thing is that they don't learn anything. Look at him working with the people. with the family, and then to disrespect the Royalists. Okay, sound judgment and decision making fails the royal family. Why is that? They chose racism over inclusion. They chose to align with a family member with deep character flaws over one with character strength and ethic. Maybe Prince Andrew is a reflection of the British monarchy. That's it. I think so too. Okay. Alright, for the sake of this video, let me play it because I did share that before.
We hand over our hard-earned tax dollars to these people, and then we go out and line the streets and watch them spend it, and instead of rioting, we just stand there and wave flags at them, fawning over multi-millionaires whose only achievement was being born into the right family that is full of fucking wrong-uns and paedophiles and Nazi apologists. Pampered arseholes. Literally, they have a footman to wipe their arse for them at the taxpayers' expense. We hand over our hard-earned tax dollars to these...
Okay. Alright, so there's this here. Donald. I have to laugh with Donald Trump because he seems like he's making himself as if he is so innocent. And this is why they were trying to make these type of things normalized. They were trying to normalize them. Okay, so let me let you listen to this. There'll be a screenshot in all of them, okay?
I've had the story for 3 years. I've had this interview with Virginia Roberts. We would not put it on the air. First of all, I was told, who's Jeffrey Epstein? No one knows who that is. This is a stupid story. Then the palace found out that we had her whole allegations about Prince Andrew and threatened us a million different ways. We were so afraid we wouldn't be able to interview Kate and Will that also quashed the story. And then Alan Dershowitz was also implicated in it because of the planes. She told me everything. She had pictures. She had everything. She was in hiding for 12 years. We convinced her to come out. We convinced her to talk to us. It was unbelievable what we had. Clinton. We had everything.
Okay, you hear the same stories from these women. They were hiding. They were afraid. Okay, Virginia, those two other women up here, they were hiding until they had the guts to come. I mean, what kind of life is this? Okay, this is what these men do. And then they're running around. Many of them still haven't been prosecuted. Okay, so let's listen.
I tried for 3 years to get it on, to no avail, and now it's all coming out, and it's like these new revelations, and I freaking had all of it. I'm so pissed right now. Like, every day I get more and more pissed because I'm just like, oh my God, it was what we had was unreal. Other women backing it up. Hey, yep. Brad Edwards, the attorney, 3 years ago, saying there will come a day where we will realize Jeffrey Epstein was the most prolific pedophile this country has ever known. I had it all 3 years ago. So do I think he was killed? 100%. Yes, I do. Because he made his whole living blackmailing people. Yeah.
Wow.
There were a lot of men in those planes, a lot of men who visited that island, a lot of powerful men who came into that apartment.
Yep, and we're finding out all of this. Listen to this now.
But that island was really a cesspool. There's no question about it. Just ask Prince Andrew. He'll tell you about it. But that island was really a cesspool.
I have to laugh every time I listen to him because he make it sound like he's innocent. Oh, there's Virginia here. I didn't know it was.
I didn't know at that point. Vanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.